guys, what is up? It's Henry Gillette. Thank you for joining in. We're just waiting right now. Yeah, we're gonna start in a few minutes. And the reveal is gonna start in like a few minutes. I think at about 10, 12 minutes. But thank you for joining in. Uh, yeah, we're gonna get started. Let's just see. I'm just trying to look for a good stream. Hopefully, Twitch works out. I'm really excited. I'm so excited for this because after such a long time, we're gonna get sort of the gritty, boots to the ground Modern Warfare. I can't wait to see. You have no idea. I'm really excited about this. Yeah, so I can't wait. I think this is probably one. Wait, hold on a sec. Wait, hold on a second. I have to probably repeat that, don't I? Yeah. 1 second. Oh, okay, there you go. What's up? I'm Henry Gillette. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for joining in. People who've been were waiting. I'm so sorry about that. The mic had to be aligned up a bit. All right, so okay, so I'm so excited for this game. I'm very excited for this game because I love this series. I love this, series in general. And yeah, I'm gonna show you because I think this is a game that I can really talk about. This is a game that I can really, hopefully, you know, help you guys. If anyone who isn't a fan, I could probably change that. Forget about it. But I could. You have no idea what this game means to me. And once they revealed that this game was gonna be released. They were making this game. There was a lot of hype. This is going on for a long time. This was like going on for ages. Since I think right after I think Ghost was when people I really like Ghost is a very underrated Call of Duty. I think it's one of those Call of Duties that doesn't get the credit it deserves. It was actually just trying to be. I think they're starting in this. They're starting the live. Hopefully it works out. 1 second. Yeah, there you go. They're starting right now. Yeah, let's hopefully it starts in 10 minutes. Starts in 10. Let's do one thing. Let's go over here, and hopefully I'm not interfering. Okay, let me just adjust this thing right now. Okay, I think I can put it over here. So, anyways, yeah, getting back. Sorry. Okay, so getting back to that, yeah, I thought Ghost was such a good game. I think Ghost was sort of the spiritual successor to Modern Warfare. You know, it was one of those games that wanted to take the hype from the Modern Warfare series and then try to bring it back. Unfortunately, didn't get the recognition it deserved, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But you know what? It's so. I think this is we're going back to that, and yeah, I can't wait for this game. I literally cannot wait for this game. Is and Barry Stone from Six. Chadwick Boseman is in this. Black Panther T'Challa, man, he's in this. Barry Stone from Six, he's such a great actor, and the fact that he's playing Captain Price, brilliant. Yeah, and so going back to that, I think this is one of those games. I could be John Wick in this game. I can do stinger shots. I can do like the M90. I used to love that. People hated that weapon. I loved it. I loved that weapon. M14 Modern Warfare, and all its sort of like variations since 2, 3. I love that. I love doing single shots because that was more accurate. It's like in Fortnite where you just kind of crouch down and zero in. Uh, so that was the best part about it. Uh, so yeah, this is one of those games. I think people think it's very intense. It's very what's the word? It's too real. I don't think so. I think it's one of those things where they it's where fantasy becomes gritty. I think that's the sort of thing. And if you're looking from what I'm trying to say, my perspective is that they are going for a very realistic approach, but that realistic approach is like they're trying to still give that player the ability to go one man army. That's always been Call of Duty's staple because that for me when I used to play Call of Duty, I would try to get streaks, and that's what I would be trying to do, get one kill and just try to build that streak up, And I think with the single shot, with the damage, with the recoil, it's the realism, and yeah, for me, this is how I think. I'm gonna be playing this game with like the John Wick sort of mentality, where I want to go with M1911. I'm still trying to kick ass with a pistol, but I'm like double tap, double tap, double tap. I could probably do that with this game. I have a strong feeling I could, and I can switch to single shot with the rifle. I love it. I love it. You can never do that in the previous games. And God damn, why is it loading right now? Please don't. Please don't interrupt, Lord. Please, just keep it smooth sailing. Please. Yeah. I think with Ghost was that uh, I always say it's a very underrated game. Either it was too ahead of its time, or either people kind of forgot about what made Modern Warfare such an amazing game. They were trying to do that. I think people, I guess, I don't know. I guess people forgot about it. I mean, they were trying to imply that it was like Modern Warfare. It's going back to its, and it's a bit unfortunate, but you know what? Who cares? I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm fine. It's still one of those games that I still play. I've actually played it a billion times. Uh, and it's unfortunate that not a lot of people play that game anymore. But no worries, no worries. We have this. We have this Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This is, oh man, if I could pre-order this game, this would be amazing. Someone could gift me this. Just email me. All right, email me if you could gift me this game. If anyone could, man, it would be insane. Insane if someone could do this to me. My birthday's on the 31st. That's all I'm saying. You know, I'll give you my address. Just send it to me, man. Thank you for joining in. Anyways, thank you so much for joining in. Yeah. So yeah, uh, one thing I really like about this game is that I don't think you guys saw what was happening. There was someone the Gaming Revolution showed gameplay. It was some I think Spanish gaming magazine or whatever, and they were talking about the game. Uh, Basically, they revealed the game. Gameplay. I mean, I remember I saw that like a couple of minutes ago. Oh man, oh man! I wish I could show you it right now. I'll probably later on if I can find that clip. But he had the clip on his channel. I can't show it to you right now because I think he either deleted it, copyright. I don't know. I watched it. It is breathtaking. It's a masterpiece. This game is just something that puts everyone. And I think that's the thing. You're gonna be very cautious when you're gonna be running around playing online because you want to be very careful about because usually you should run and gun one man army again. That was it. I think they're giving this is like one man army, but you have to be very careful. You could go John Wick, but you also have to kind of be very defensive, very real for what you're doing. You have to be for your own livelihood when you're playing the game because one two taps and you're done. And so yeah, so I think this is me just hyping the game up. Uh, and I think kill streaks are back. Score streaks are gone. It's like a Modern Warfare. If you look at COD 4, it's like a reboot. It is. That's what we've always said. Sorry, it's the official statement. It's always been a reboot. It's like a much more realistic and gritty thing. I think what it is, it's if you take Modern Warfare 2 and 3, you kind of because that they kind of went a bit more Michael Bay. COD 4 was a bit Christopher Nolan. I think this is sort of a revival of the God 4 thing. That's what I think. Uh, yeah. You it shows 348 over there on your screen. It shows 330. It's about 10 seconds different. And I'm pretty happy that the stream isn't bad. It's pretty good. It's not bad. You know? I had to clean my glasses up for like the fourth time because I really wanted. I didn't want to miss anything. You know? So I can. Okay, I can't do that. That's fine. Actually, I can. I don't care. I just don't want to touch anything right now. So I'm pretty good with this. Again. Someone can gift me this game. I'll be forever thankful. Just, you know, the one person watching, thank you so much for sticking around. Comment down below. I mean, what's your favorite Call of Duty, man? What's the one game I played all of them? I think the one I haven't played. I think I've played most of them single player. Online, the recent multiplayer that I played was Ghosts, and I think if you there's this website called Plus Master. It's like an Iranian, modding Call of Duty modding thing, and they've basically modded from like Black Ops One, Black Ops Two, Modern Warfare Two, Three, Ghost, World War Two, and I think they've also done Rainbow Six. Check them out. I actually play a bit of Black Ops Two sometimes. It's very it's fun. I'm gonna try to. There's a clip I have of Black Ops Two. Check it out. I think I did pretty good. But yeah, check it out. I've done that. Oh man, a minute and a half. So excited, so excited, so excited. Okay, yeah. So yeah, and check. So that's the last game. Ghost was they had the idea of time to kill. I think this game has that. But see, the thing is, this is real. You know, so that double tap sort of mentality. I think it's it's justified. You can dive like that in this game. This in 2019 Modern Warfare, and I think okay, this is might be a very far shot analysis. This is like doing Ghost justice, because Ghost is sort of like the modern sort of uh, universe that they had. Ghost was sort of the spiritual successor, right? In my mind, so I think this is what they're trying to do. Is that okay? This might be very far off, theory, but or okay, the way I look at it is that this game is sort of it's trying to recover from ghosts. You know, that's what they're trying to do. I think they've taken because that's what Ghost was. Ghost was pretty. It felt, what's the next chapter in the modern warfare? What new stuff do they have? What new themes, designs, graphics, gameplay mechanics? Not just in single player but multiplayer. It's mostly multiplayer, but if you look at single player, what new cinematic? Oh, okay. Is the volume up? Uh, 1 second. Shut up. Oh. I love this.
Going dark.
Nogs, nogs. Oh god, this is. Oh, the Metallica. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Recon out!
Dun, 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 dun.
Contact!
Oh, you gotta be. This is so good. Oh, you can do the John Wick. You can do it.
Target locked. Viper 1-1 on approach. Multiple target sighted. Raining fire.
Oh. Dreaming of billows. Come on, load up. Please don't die me. Ha ha ha. I'll get time. Sorry about that.
Pre-order and get early access to the open beta.
Oh, it's back.
Hello,
Oh,
everyone, and welcome to the Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer gameplay premiere. I will be your
okay.
host, Clint Maven Evans, and joining me for this spectacular day,
Oh.
Mason Bo. Buddy, that
Wow.
trailer.
Wow.
There was
Damn.
so much action in that trailer. I'm sure this is the first time I've actually got to watch the whole thing. That is awesome, and I'm not sure if you caught it right at the very end. The card, open beta as well. I'm so excited. We've obviously played it a little bit, but now we get to actually jump in and play so much. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, our lives are going to cease to exist for a good amount of time during that beta for sure.
Amazing.
And then also one of the things to hit, like the beta is coming, and there's been talk of crossplay coming into this, but that's actually going to be available for the beta, Ben.
I can't wait for that. You're going to have console to console, console to PC, everything right at your fingertips for open beta. I couldn't be more excited.
This is going to be incredible. Now, Ben and I are going to be
Yep.
breaking down a
Break
lot of
it
the action
down.
today, but
Break
we're going
it
to have a lot
down.
of people in here with us going through it all. And to kind of start it off, we've got some of the members from the Infinity Ward team. We've got Jeffrey Smith. We've got Joe Seacott. Gentlemen, how you doing?
Great job.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming on.
I'm excited. Thank you so
Brilliant.
much. This is going to be awesome. So I want to kind of, before we get into the gameplay, and we've got a lot of stuff to bring you, I kind of want to get into the basics of the philosophy.
Wait, this. Is there any other stream which has? Let's just see if there's anyone. If there's a proper stream which doesn't give us this.
Philosophies behind Modern Warfare. So obviously this is a tough
Right.
task, right? You're going with one of the most famous FPS games in the history of
Oh,
video
let's see.
games.
Okay,
and you
this
guys
is
are
better.
reimagining the philosophies behind Modern Warfare. So obviously this is a tough task,
Oh,
right? You're going
thank
with one of the
God.
most famous FPS games in the history of video games, and you
Saved
guys
by
are
the bell.
reimagining it. Jeff, how difficult was that just to get started?
Yeah, it was a big thing to get over your head. So, just as single player, I kind of thought of it as a reimagining. We took it as kind of this mental exercise of thinking of it as making a whole new game, and kind of
Yeah.
stripping stuff down and really questioning everything. But we really had this phrase called "fresh but familiar."
Yeah, it's a bit
how
like
much
that.
stuff do you
Kind
take
of
from
is.
past previous games, and how much stuff do you make all new, right?
Authentic
And if you go with the old
Modern
stuff, it's just gonna
Warfare
feel like
DNA.
a remastered, maybe. But if you just make new stuff, you're not gonna have that DNA and the nostalgia that fans have. But
I will say the Modern Warfare name to many Call of Duty fans. I mean, that's a historic one, right? Is there any pressure internally when you decided that this was going to be the name of the game, where you're like, well, that's a lot to live up for?
Yeah, there was a lot of anxiety early on.
Little pressure.
Small amount, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we've done it.
You've done it. I've played the
Not
game.
a lot of sleep, I'm sure, in the ramp up to this.
Yeah.
It's finally time. And one of the big things that you'll note as well from the trailer, boots
Ground.
on the ground, a phrase which means a lot to Call of Duty fans.
Yeah, I mean, we set out to make a legitimate military shooter right from day one, but we also wanted it to be fun, right? Our game's still
One
really
second, let
fluid.
me
You
get-
can still
oh.
slide and shoot. Our mantle is super fast. Like, the game just feels really good to play. We're really happy with how it turned out.
Love that.
And this is, you know, you mentioned, not being a remaster. This is a reimagined experience.
Yes.
Jeff, can you kind of talk to me about what that entails, reimagining this for a new generation of gamers?
Well, it's like I said, you're taking old stuff, you're taking new stuff, and you could maybe say this is like a love letter to Modern Warfare.
I like that. I like that.
We've sampled stuff
Okay.
from all the different past games. We kind of put little Easter eggs in, and from systems to map stuff to weapons. We're really trying to cover all the kind of flavor stuff.
Well, how difficult of a balancing act, I guess, is that? You know, pleasing fans that maybe grew up with this. It was their childhood favorite game in which they put thousands of hours in. And then the new generation, which maybe isn't as familiar with the title and trying to appeal to the new gamers. It's got to be tough, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a kind of a line we had to toe as we were making this.
Yeah, toe that line.
Is it infinite sprint? Is it cooldown sprint? Is it how far does the slide?
You probably have a million little conversations like that.
So many little things, and how do you kind of know where you're gonna go? So.
Yeah.
One of the keys for me is the map design, right? That's something that you kind of touched on a little bit there, but from my experience playing, you've done such a good job of having the close quarter fights, but as well, if you're a fan of sniping, you can still have those long range fights. How hard has that been, just getting the maps themselves?
That's going to let Jeff handle that one.
He's the map guy. He's the map guy.
Well, it's tricky. I think, you know, we always make maps and we try to support every play style. We have all these guns. We want to make sure that there's a place for snipers, there's a place for close quarters. But in recent games, the titles have been more kind of arena shooter-ish. So you can kind of rely on these kind of symmetrical 3-lane maps. But when we're trying to make a realistic environment, and you take that realistic environment and you put it on this kind of symmetrical layout, the brain just kind of rejects it. It doesn't really feel real.
Hey,
so
that's the
for
map
us,
from Black Ops
It's
2,
more
is that?
about freestanding
okay.
buildings,
Okay.
kind of, and the power.
Isn't this the map from
positions that
Black
those
Ops 2?
create. And this
This is
actually
there's-
kind of is very
this map was
similar
in
to how
Ghosts.
real military moves through
Okay,
places.
probably
they,
this is
they
new.
take a key location and
There's a
usually
map
they
very
have a
similar to
crossroad
this
and
in
it has these
Ghosts.
sight lines that gives them an advantage. So that's how we kind of, it's kind of the backbone to all these maps.
So
It
damn
is really
good.
the way
This is so
TDM
exciting.
actually would work well, because there's no really objective. But once that guy on a third story, you know,
Is this
pops
no?
you, you have a goal in life, you want to go get him, and so we've really built a lot of mechanics around those freestanding buildings.
TDM right there.
And do you think, I guess, you know, with this kind of the way you've been looking to design these maps, a lot of talk about the variety of gameplay you're trying to bring to this experience of modern warfare. Has that allowed you to
This is
reach kind of new
brilliant.
heights when you just speak to a variety of gunfights, a variety of action within these maps?
Variety.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can even look at our maps from a scale standpoint, where we have the gunfight maps, and then we go all the way up to larger player scales. So you're going to be playing 20v20 today in one of our battle maps.
Holy hell.
Yeah, and then and then we have a bunch of new mechanics in there, but we also have new ways to play, right? We have the night vision gameplay you saw in
Yeah,
the
that was
trailer,
awesome.
and that's just a completely different way to engage with Call of Duty, right? Everyone has night vision goggles, they have infrared lasers that they aim with, but anyone else in a night vision goggle set in nods can see that laser, and so you have this cat and mouse gameplay, and
That's
we've
actually
had a
pretty
bunch
cool.
of things
That's
in the
pretty
game that really
smart
freshen up the
thing.
Call of Duty experience.
I'm kind of curious just from the developer standpoint, because as fans and viewers, you don't see it as much, and we don't either from like your brains, but when you have a franchise that's been along as long as Call of Duty, and it feels like, you know, you've tried so many different things, what's the process like to try and find those new tidbits where you can still surprise people?
It's really interesting at the beginning. I have that feeling at the end of each game where I'm like, okay, we put everything into this. What the hell do we do next?
Yeah,
man.
what do you do next?
But we draw. I mean, this game we had the opportunity to draw from, you know, real military and things that they would do, and
Is
that
that
is where
the-
like the night
that's a
vision
cool
gameplay
shirt.
stuff came from, and the doors and things like that. We have a big, I guess, a suite of
The
functionality
GL
for doors and how you interact with them
hit
that really
marker
changes up
icon.
the flow. And you think about it, it's just a door.
But I also think
kill
that,
marker.
you know, when you have a franchise that's been around this long, you gotta have so much features and mechanics up in the attic. That was the kind of point of us trying to strip stuff down and
That's
really
true, yeah.
question the stuff that we were putting into it. So every single thing we put into the game, we really looked at, analyzed, tried to make better,
Let's see if there's-
or make a better version of that stuff.
Let's see if
just to
someone
kind
has
of
any
force us
gameplay in
to,
here. 1 second.
get away from preconceived notions of what Modern Warfare is. or
Someone
Call of
might
Duty
have
is, and
posted
just
gameplay.
spark new ideas.
And we had a goal with every change we made. We talked
Yep.
about like we wanted
There's
to add more
sniper game,
depth and
face
replayability
Famage.
to each firefight, and that's kind of how we look at each change that we put into the game.
That makes sense. And obviously, when you have a franchise that's been around for so long, you have fan favorite weapons, I'm sure, and it's maybe some new weapons. And that's the one thing from the trailer and playing. There's a
this
lot of
guy's
variety, a lot of
gameplay.
unique different weapons in the game.
Yeah, we have a bunch of classic guns. We have a bunch of new ones, like standard issue guns that are the military is using now, and that's how we stay relatable, modern,
This
authentic.
game.
And we'll dig into it in a little bit with the gunsmith stuff, but we also stripped our weapon systems down
So, wait
completely.
on a
How we do
second.
recoil, how we do bullet travel through the world, and to add more
Real
depth.
projectiles?
Yeah, we added projectiles to our guns, and we did it in a
We
way
gotta
that
check
in
this
close
out.
quarters it still feels like Call of Duty.
Oh no, I think it's inside of your
feels very
equipment
tight,
slot.
but
And
when we have our big
basically,
battle
you can
maps,
inject
these
yourself
long-range engagements,
with
there's
this
new
modern
layer of depth of,
warfare
like, to
live
keep
stream,
my
ladies and
target.
So they
gentlemen.
have
It
it.
is,
Let's just
it's
check
a
out
weapon I'm
Pamage's
using is
gameplay,
gonna
man.
penetrate
Let's
this
check out
surface, and
Pamage.
so-
This is Pamage, man. This guy's a legend. What? Damn. Stupid. Obviously, Pamage is a legend in COD, man. Dude. Bing. Oh my god. Wow. Amazing, man. Just brilliant. Dude. Double. Is that? That's has to be double. the sniper. The one thing I love in COD 4.
What is going on, everybody? Face Pamaj here. Or Austin.
Alright, does it have to do these? I think we're gonna turn this off. Because there's so much. Look at the content, man. Look at this content. We have this. Let's just put this on watch later. This. Okay, so VG2247 has a lot. Has literally a lot. It's just like Pamages, man.
Whatever the hell you want, man. And what's going on, guys? We're back with some content. And we're back. We're just back, man. So, guys, as you guys can tell, that was an insane clip. All right. And you know why I can call it insane? Because pretty positive no one would have thought an AP would have happened already. But, guys, we have so much to talk about. Welcome to this video. Smash the thumbs up right now, ASAP, because we got some great footage here of the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And I want to give a huge shout to Activision for actually flying all of us through to go play their game early. And you know we had to come deliver on the footage for you guys. You know what I mean? You guys know me, man. Like, I always delivering the goods for you guys.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So don't worry. Shouts to Jeff. I took some notes down. Okay, so we're gonna get into this. This first one here is gonna be about the stuff that's pretty painfully obvious. You are not gonna find any shots like these anywhere on YouTube other than this channel. So subscribe right now, baby. Let's get it, dude. I'm excited, man. I'm excited, man. You know, I think it always gets like this. We're always very excited when the new Call of Duty drops. And there's always the hype. You know what I mean? And I think that's just the passionate gamers at heart. You know what I mean? That always happens. So, am I excited for this game? Yeah, I'm always excited for something new. But let's get into it right now, man. Yeah, as you guys can see, sniping. It looks pretty damn good. All right. Now this is the only sniper we got to use, and this is the
only one I need.
Attachments as well.
That's the only one I need.
These
This is so good.
This game is very based on attachments. In fact,
thank you for joining in.
Your gun is literally based around all these like ridiculous. It's crazy, dude. There's so much to get into it, but check that. Ooh, nasty shots, baby. Ooh. I'm getting into it right now. Guys, let's get into this, man. So, obvious questions right now. As you guys saw at the beginning there is aim assist. There's aim assist.
Okay, that's fine.
And, if that's your cup of tea, if you guys are excited about that, then yeah, there is aim assist. There's also no mini-map. And mini-maps, and that is true. I'm not really sure what's going on yet. I have a video I'm going to do about that, actually, because I'm genuinely curious, like... Yeah, I'm gonna wait to do a video on that, dude. It's gonna be its own. But there's no mini map, and if you guys are asking how it plays,
sniper?
To be completely honest with you, it does.
This is all sniper, right?
The action, and then you saw a little bit of footage there.
I want to see some.
I didn't really do good.
Let's do some. Yeah, let's just see this. Okay.
It's officially 4 minutes until we can start showing this thing, and you better be hyped. It is very good. Just put a 1 inside the chat right now if you can hear me, if you can see me. If I look a little bit weird, it's if you can hear me, if you can see me, just put a 1 inside the chat. If I look a little bit weird, it's because I've just got off a 18-hour trip back from LA. It was a quick one, but I'm ready to show you guys all my gameplay. I've got it all here. You guys better be hyped. We're gonna be playing some Modern Warfare on the stream today, 2019, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't done already, click that like button. We are 3 minutes away until I can actually click go on this thing right here. Okay, we're 3 minutes away. So if you haven't already done it, like right now. Click that like button. Boom. 3 minutes away until I can click play. 2 minutes. 2 minutes now.
Okay.
So yeah, if you guys have got versus 20. You guys have heard me correctly. There's 20 versus 20 in this game. 20 people in a lobby.
Wow. In one lobby?
Against another 20 people in the same lobby on each team. Crazy. We starting out with a little bit of sniper gameplay. I went with two main weapons on this. Oh, this is funny. Milo gets on the back of this ATV that we can drive right here as well. But I'm starting out with a.
See if there's any
alters the damage of the weapon. It alters how quickly you aim in. Everything. There's like 9.
Let's see what the guys say.
A little bit different. And most of inside. The reason why I'm trying to jump up there is because before we started playing, they said like basically most of inside of the game. Oh, that is loud. That is loud. Let me turn that down.
Pizza, how was the trip to La Hope?
Also, big shout out to Presco
Let's
City.
try,
Thank you for
yeah, forget that. Let's just try let's try these ones, man. Cyber attack on Hackney Yard. Wow.
Must not reach the data center.
This is brilliant, man. Oops. If your teammate to revive you? Okay, that's nice. Okay, this is the AK. This is amazing. Yeah. So like S&D or what is this? Similar to that probably. Like a sort of S&D sort of mode, but okay. That's the drum mag. Alright. Okay, this is cool. Suppress. Gunsmith is just amazing in this game. You can do so much. You can customize everything, almost everything in this game. Nice. Dude, the graphics. Brilliant.
Move out. Get the device.
Look at the ones. Alright. This is like S&D. Or this is S&D. Right, okay, they're showing. You even have like the old icons, the perk icons. I'm guessing shooting through walls is like you could do that in, but it was like the wooden walls I remember, I think. Was it? I forgot what was it. Something like that in COD 4 I remember. Like you could shoot through wooden walls or something? It was something like that. Wait. Oh, dude. Oh, the M4. Back at it again. 8K? Okay, this is good. Oops. This is the one in the game. Let's see if there's any. I'm so exciting. Very exciting. Munitions box available. All right. I'm guessing that's like resupply. Dude, this is intense. This is like what I want to see in a COD 4 game. You get him? Dude.
Stay focused. No mistakes.
Come on,
This round is
man.
ours.
What's the other gameplay they have? So this is only with the FAMAS. I see some new weapons, man. Something new. What is this? What weapon this is? Yep, this is FAMAS with a.
Switching sides.
Let's check something else. Let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have. Let's try another one. Team deathmatch in Azhar Cave. Aight. Let's see if IGN has anything else to offer. There you go. Okay, this is fine. Let's go back to where the gameplay starts. Okay.
you have
All right.
Yes, I mean the operators are purely to make you feel like a badass when you get into the game. So when you first load up, you'll see we've got back to the factions.
Nice,
so we've got the
man,
Coalition,
nice.
respectively on the west and the Allegiance on the east. And so you can kind of see my default kind of strike team here. And as you go in and actually select your operator, you can get a little. And this, I mean, obviously we have some stuff locked here, but I'm gonna roll. I think
that guy looks like
Demon
a
Dogs.
D-Day.
They all look pretty badass. I like Zane personally.
Yeah. So my two favorites.
You
Zane.
guys also.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he's got a tactical poncho.
Is that what that's called?
Tactical poncho.
Yeah, before I get yelled at by Joel, it's not a cape.
It's a cape.
Not a cape.
I'm gonna use that cape.
Tactical poncho. But moving forward from operators, the actual creator class system, this is where things get really, really interesting to me, because the first thing to note, pick 10 is no more.
Yeah. Yeah, we wanted to keep it simple,
Good.
you know, and it's just
Simple.
we wanted to kind
Just
of move our
gameplay.
complexity into gunsmith and keep the front like
Fair versus
if
fair
you want to have a
that's-
tactical, you always have a
that's-
tactical, you always have a lethal, you're always
Sure,
ready
that's
for
fine.
Yeah, we're just trying to pick where the complexity is,
Yeah.
and so we're not asking too much of the player. And we want them to kind of really dig into the weapon and focus on that.
Well, where a lot of the customizable options comes is the gunsmith, and Ashton's going to hop in there for us. So this is new, and this is wild, and this is
I can actually
awesome.
create
Can you guys
weapons
kind of
that I
talk to
want
me
to.
about what is special and very cool about the new gunsmith feature?
God, you can
Well,
put the
I mean, early on
classic
we really kind of
M16
decided that, or realized that your weapon is the main character in MP, and it's what you use to interact with our world. And so we kind of just put all our chips in on this system. We had to convince the studio of this crazy endeavor, and we're averaging 30 to 60 attachments per weapon.
Yeah.
The 30 is on the pistols. It's a little harder to scrape
30 on the
with
pistol,
some,
just on the pistol.
attachments, but you just use the weapon
There you go.
and they unlock.
Field scope.
And to clarify, for example, if you were to pick the AK-47, right, you can change that.
Remove
like, for
the
example,
GL,
stop
man,
barrels,
remove
the AK-74U.
Actually, you can do a caliber change, short barrel, and get the AK-74U, and then you can actually do a drum mag, long barrel, muzzle brake, like ACOG, and make more of an RPD. Like you can really like
Do the
guns are
AK.
really flexible.
Well, Ashton, what have you been building over there? What's your go-to?
I mean, I'm an AK player, or an AR player. I mean, we do have an AK on here. So I'm just making kind of a newbie class.
Actually, jump to that pistol that you have on that loadout, and then go into gunsmith and then toggle it so we can rotate it around.
It's like John Wick, man. It's like the John Wick
The
weapon.
sexy shots.
Yeah.
And one thing as well that I'm not sure if people at home actually caught, but you actually have perks on the guns as well now.
Yeah.
How?
Right.
What
I
would
mean,
you
that's
have?
kind of we kind of wanted a little get out of jail free card where we didn't have to put a physical attachment on everything, but you'll find a lot of fire select stuff in there, caliber changes. And
Yeah, things that we don't want to make something up, right? Like here's this knob on the side of the gun and it does this. So we wanted to have some things that were functional that weren't represented, but everything else, all the other slots, every piece is there, and we actually built all of the functionality based on real life, how it would affect the gun.
I feel like I'm like Tony Stark at that. The stuff that it looks like I'll be able to do with this, like just endless hours of customizing and finding the best setup, what you really like to use. It's sensational stuff. But I do want to chat then a little bit kind of about tacticals
perks.
and lethals. So you
Double
mentioned
time,
when it was
ghost,
going to pick 10, one of
cold-blooded,
the core
lethal
things you
Semtex,
wanted
I
here
love that.
was to make sure you had
That's
that
my
lethal
favorite,
and
proximity.
tactical. We'll start off in the lethal
Molotov.
side of things. It looks like mostly
Alright.
favorites from the overall series.
right.
I
I
mean,
mean,
the thermite's
go
a
ahead.
new one. Yeah, the thermite's a good one because we
Oh.
have vehicles in the play space, right? It's on the trailer. We have that light tank.
It's kind
and,
of
like,
fun.
The thermite's great. It's a fun tool. Throws kind of like a throwing knife.
That looked painful.
And it sticks, but it burns
Oh,
right
yeah?
through vehicles. So it's a great counter to that.
Try to land one on a chopper that flies by.
Yeah.
Semtex, alright.
You said that with a smile like you've done that.
You can.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Done.
Oh, wow. And then
Me with
towards
Semtex and
tacticals, I know
Flash.
You have
That's
a,
what I
a
used to
fan
use.
favorite one here. It's what, the snapshot grenade? How do you even come up with this idea of a snapshot grenade?
This was a funny story. It's actually my son got a toy. It was like a little disco ball with a stick.
Oh,
and
so
two
it's just like a
blades.
sensor
And
one.
it
Alright,
actually
alright.
It will sense the ground and not land, so it just kind of floats there. I actually the next morning ran and kind of snuck in and did a tactical door breaching. I threw it into Joel's office, freaked him out, and said, "Hey, let's do this."
Oh,
and so it
nice.
actually goes in, it flies up.
This would be
and
good.
kind of
This is
takes a
good. Heartbeat
snapshot
sensor.
of the room.
Okay.
And does thermal
Yeah.
imaging.
Yeah.
And it's
Modern
kind of
Warfare
an evolution
2.
of the
I
concussion
remember
grenade
that.
giving you
It
those
just
hit markers.
opens up.
Yeah, so it just gives you that
PCR first
pretty
mission. Cliffhanger.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And then what do we have as well? Let's talk
Double
about perks.
time.
So
Triple the
perks are
duration of super
obviously
sprint
back in the game. You talked
and
about perks
fully
on weapons.
refresh.
This will be
What
more
was
of your
that?
standard
I can't
perks.
remember.
And double time,
Scavenger,
one of the new ones,
I
'cause
always
there's
use that.
some changes right to the sprint options
press
within
super sprint
Modern
on
Warfare,
kills.
correct?
All
So what
right,
double
okay.
time does, yeah, there is a big
That's
change.
good. That's
Double
balanced.
time. Early
You
on,
have
we
like
were
a
like,
perk
do we do
within a
unlimited
perk.
sprint? Do we do sprint
Okay,
with a
like a
cooldown?
pro
And
version
in the end,
within
we
the
ended up
game.
with
It's already
unlimited
by
sprint. It feels
default.
good. It's user friendly.
That's good.
But we still wanted that kind of like tactical boost, that way to get from one piece of cover to another really, really fast. And so we added a thing called tactical sprint.
Okay.
And if you're moving forward and you click the stick twice, your gun actually comes up to signify that you're not engaging in combat. You're just sprinting. It allows you to move really
That's good.
fast for a short amount of time. And then
It's a risk reward, right?
It's
Like,
actually the oh shit button.
yeah.
Gotta go fast. Just run away. But kind of moving forward from perks, the thing that excites me the most, kill streaks. They have returned for Modern Warfare, and there's a whole different host of them here, and some of them very, very exciting. Of course, the Juggernaut we saw in the trailer.
Yes.
That is badass. And I think you guys in rehearsal were telling me that there's like music that plays as well when you're in the Juggernaut suit.
Yeah, so when you get the Juggernaut suit, you hear metal
Nice.
music in
Oh,
your
that's
ears,
just cool.
and it's just like,
That's just cool.
Such a fun kill streak. It's just your moment to just
Yeah.
like, F you, everybody.
Well, that's part of why I love that kill streaks were back. Like, when I get on COD, I want to go in, I want to dominate. It's about me dropping stats, dropping numbers, earning streaks, and this is one that'll be fun.
There's actually a funny thing. This actually plays in 3D space, so it'll sound like somebody's listening to like music out of headphones.
Yeah.
So you actually
that's
be able
cool.
to hear like the music coming out.
That's so cool. I love that. And then the other one as well that we wanted to touch on was we saw it again in the trailer. Is like the tank.
Yeah, the light tank, the IAV. And this was another thing we pushed for to get kill streaks into the play space.
So this is drop down range. This is actually cool. Instead of like the care package,
tank and the main
you don't have
cannon,
that
another player's up on top
right.
manning the 50 tower.
It's like in real time in a way.
And some of our bigger maps, you can play
These
this.
are only on some of the
Oh,
maps.
some of the maps,
and
right.
if you have it equipped, then we on a
I wonder if we
smaller
get
map,
shipment.
we'll swap you
I
out
wonder
with
if we
a
get
smaller
shipment.
one called a Wheelson.
The shipment was
that one's really
brilliant.
I like the big one the best.
Yeah.
It was where
Some serious work in
You like to go
you
big,
should sell
Ben?
conflicts. You know,
You know that.
Oh, I'm gonna dominate.
everyone. You know, you want to. Let's go to shipment. Let's
That is
fight.
gonna be so fun. But all right, so
That's
very
what it
cool to
was.
have
I
Ashley kind of
remember
showing us
that.
through the actual setup of it. But I'd love to actually hop into a game if we
Yes.
could and talk through some of the action, some of the new features within the actual game. I believe we're going to be hopping into headquarters is what we're going to start things off
It
with.
returns.
Yes.
You brought headquarters back.
Wait, was this?
With all this
wait,
work
wait.
in the kind of freestanding buildings, you know,
Which
and
one was
we'll
headquarters?
talk about it in some mechanics. We have all these doors and stuff. Being able to defend a interior space.
Oh, that's how they're
gives us
gonna
that
move
kind of
in?
Black Hawk Down, last man standing. Because with headquarters, of
Damn.
course, the defending team doesn't respawn. So it's down to we show you how many are left, and it gets really high tension.
Before we dive too much into the new tactics and elements in the game, can we just talk about how goddamn beautiful it is? I mean, the big push before this, you know, it's a new engine, right? Can you kind of talk me through what goes
Dude,
into
this is
that?
so
Like, what is gonna
good.
stand
This
out to the new
feels
player
so
that gets Modern Warfare?
robust.
I mean, we use a new technique.
It has this sort of
photogrammetry.
finesse
And what
about
we
it.
do
I
is
love
a lot
it.
of the art in our game is actually scanned, 3D scanned from real world objects. We go like our.
You keep bringing me closer, closer.
Lean
to
up.
Tony
There
Stark
you go.
stuff.
Come on.
All these things.
You find no?
The whole process
Aw.
has changed. Like artists would sit in a room and they'd art a character, but now
Capture
we
the
have
HQ.
whole,
Wait,
like,
headquarters
wardrobes
map? Let me
that
just
people
check.
wear, and
God.
like people drive along the road and they find like a burnout car and they're like, "We found it. This is awesome. Come here, bring it."
Yeah.
Oh, this is in. Alright, this is in World War II.
For a while,
Yeah.
so it gets like worn and beat
Oh, this is
up.
a
and
contesting
then
map,
scan,
alright.
So it looks more grounded and real.
Yeah.
There's another guy on your
A
right.
lot of that did it go into, you know, we touched on a little bit earlier, like the
Come on.
realistic environments. Was that
Bang,
part of
bang.
the process as well, or how did you guys get in to make these look so realistic and
Okay,
so
this
awesome?
isn't. I
It's
probably
actually
haven't
scanning
played this.
real world things. We scanned old.
'Cause I've played
burnt-out
more single
cars,
players than
these little
multiplayers.
rubble piles, and kind of have to work in. And then it was actually a big task
think-
for the art department to kind of
I
have
bet
this
it was,
new
yeah.
workflow.
Hey, we got all these pictures. You guys are now have to create all of this.
Yeah. So it took a little while for us to kind of get up and kind of
Dude.
used to that system
Ooh.
and really get rolling.
Game.
Oh, look, I just said. Right.
Beautiful.
I love that.
One of the things that I do want to touch.
Ashton, your job's on the line here, just FYI.
Way to put pressure
This is show. I love it.
Well,
It's
I'm just letting
alright.
her know she won't have a job anymore.
on the fly modifications, you can, I believe, what is it? When you die, you can actually go to.
See, this is what people were afraid of. That was a bit too real. It was a
right
bit
there and then.
Yep, you can
too
in the game, all in game.
tactical. It
we
was a
go,
bit,
Ashton.
you know.
It will.
I don't think it
it
is.
will
I think it's
actually
just
swap out next time
they're
you
just
die.
it's like when
Swap out
Advanced
anyone.
Warfare
It's
came
early
out.
on,
You had the
you're
whole
kinda
you know
unlocking
double
attachments
jump
really fast.
sliding and
Right.
you know
Found it really
shifting
fun
back
to
and
just
forth.
Unlock a new attachment, put it
You know
on,
they've
and
just
go.
I was gonna ask
made
what our
boots
gamer
on the
found that
ground
idea, like, where
more
that started.
It was just we
worth it,
ramped
you know?
up the earn rate on attachments, and
They made
we
boots
just
on the
kinda
ground. They
wanted to
kind
test
of
it
revamped
in-game, and it just was this kind of cool, like,
boots on the
I can
ground.
swap, hot swap,
Just like they
things
did in
on
the
it.
Feels like it's
first
just like a weapon
Quad
playground.
4.
Like between the gun space and the game, like it's nuts.
One thing we
she, like,
didn't mention
lipped,
when we went
man.
through the creative classes is
Front
field
flips.
orders. I saw Ashton actually got the field orders. Do you
Field
want to
upgrades.
talk, sorry, field upgrades, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit
Sorry
about
if
what
I
they
can.
are
Sorry.
and how you came to bringing that into the game? Sure, go.
Yeah, so we like the idea of a reward that players got kind of regularly, but we didn't want it to be like this kind of like I win button. Like, okay, it's it's super weapon
Okay.
block.
I got this.
Yeah, so
I win now.
we looked for things that would help players support their team for the most part. It's not true for
Tac
everything,
cover,
but we have
right?
like the tactical cover.
Okay.
We have the trophy system.
Oh,
The tactical cover you can actually
Dude,
mount on
switch
with
to
a new
single
mount
fire,
mechanic.
please. Just
So you
switch
can
to
mount
single
on the
fire.
top of cover. The side gives you a significant recoil bonus.
I want to see that.
And then we actually at the
Go on.
beginning of the
Oh.
game we let you have one field upgrade, right? You start working through them and you have to feel like we get to
Flipping,
use
like,
it.
right in
And then
front
at the
of
end
you.
we unlocked a pro functionality for that lets you bring in two. And so in the moment in the match you get to choose between these two, and so you might have an offensive field upgrade like say a scout drone that goes up and actually scouts for your team to scout an objective, or you might have a trophy system. And so in the moment you're like, I'm in
there's a
headquarters.
guy
am I
right on.
defending a
Pistol
point or
out,
is
get your
that
pistol
the
out, get your
point? Let me know.
pistol
Gives you
out.
that
It's a
variation
deagle.
depending on what's happening.
Yeah,
Yes.
and tactical insertion has returned.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's also
There
all
you
cool
go.
down in there. Yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff. Funny little trick.
What?
If your buddy, and this takes teamwork, if your buddy puts out a recon drone, you can throw C4 on it.
Oh, dude, pick that up.
Yeah.
You can
Oh,
finish
we
the
should
rest
pick
of it.
that up. That looks so cool, by the way.
No, that sounds epic. And
We have to get our chemistry.
Oh no! What's going to happen is I'm going to put the C4 on, then you're going to fly it into me. and then-
Probably, and then we're both going to die.
Well, can we talk about some of the maybe new combat mechanics that are going to
Why
be
is it
within
low?
this? There's different stuff you talked about. I kind of want to talk about the doors a little bit because I remember the first time when I was first hearing about it because I hit up. I think I was talking to somebody at Infinity Ward. Like, can you tell me like some of the new stuff for the game? He just looks at me and goes, "Doors." And I was like, "What?"
Doors.
He's just like doors. And I was like, all right. But there is a very new feature that's very interesting and provides some kind of wild circumstances within gunfights. Can you talk to me about the changes to doors within Modern Warfare?
Yeah, so early on we put doors in, right?
Just
And
tried
let
to
players kind of
restart
like
the
pause of just
focus
open
on it.
doors.
I
So
don't know
players
why
can
it's
either throw
buffering.
C4,
I
crack the door
apologize.
open, or they can cook a grenade.
Seriously,
And
apologize.
then we had a
Anyone's
bunch of
watching
players,
this.
whining about like it's affecting the flow of the map. Like this isn't how the map was built, and so we actually allow you to sprint through doors. So we have this kind of like suite
Sprint
of
through doors.
functionality around doors.
This is good.
So you can be sneaky, or you can just be loud.
Yeah,
Yes,
well, it's
exactly.
actually funny on this map on SD.
Let's
one of
run
the
double
bomb sites is
tap.
in this,
That's
apartment
single shot
building
double
around the
tap.
corner, and you can actually stack
Go
guys
John
up
Wick.
on a double door. You can put a sniper pretty far back.
Okay.
And either they can do it or you can throw the nade from across the map, and the concussion will open the doors. You can snipe the guy that's probably going to be camping in the back, and everybody can kind of go in, and it's really fun.
That sounds exciting.
Of course, we saw Ashton doing a little bit of weapon mounting as well.
Yeah.
But it's really kind of more specific. It isn't necessarily just like leaning.
Yeah, we didn't want the kind of like head glitchy kind of scenarios you get from like a lean anywhere mechanic. Right? We didn't want those sliver shots. And so, but we really like the idea of bracing your weapon on surfaces. I mean, we talk to soldiers, that's what they do. You're carrying a big heavy gun,
So
you
it's
want to
about
stay
to
with
end
that
over
gun.
here, but let's see what we have over here. I think they have something called the Nox. Yeah, see this? What's this? Functional night vision goggles. Let's pause it for a minute. Okay. What does this have to offer?
Oh, you're my favorite person.
Wow. Okay. So we have over here.
Manufacturer that does optics.
Thank you for joining in. I'm Henry Gillette. Thank you so much for joining in.
We put it in the game.
Everyone drop a like, comment, subscribe would be amazing.
These, they're all over the place. And
Well,
then
this is
we
the
took
Nox.
them into the real world and made them work.
Because obviously the night versions of the maps, that's where these actually come into play, and that's what you're seeing here. I'm just so impressed that you actually managed to make these. How did that
This
process
is
even
this is
begin?
in
How do you-
maps
how do
played
you say,
entirely
"We're gonna
in
make night vision
the
goggles"? Yeah,
night.
that's what we're gonna do. How does it start?
It was fun. I mean, you start with an idea, and Nick Levisis is the designer at Infinity Ward, just came up with a design, modeled them out. handed them off to, that was the design phase for the physical. And then we actually handed off to Jeremy Thurman, one of our artists, and he actually took that version and put it in the game. So it kind of went two ways, went into the universe of the game, and it went out into the real world. So
because we should say that the Dark Edition, you get
so that
you actually get
that's funny about what's in there. We were doing rehearsals yesterday, and like we're in it, and like we're going through the script, and I'm like, we're talking a lot about these night vision goggles. I'm like, these are so cool, but like, what does this come into play for the Dark Edition? Then you're like, oh, you get them. And I was like, what?
Yeah, there's a whole it's basically almost a collector's edition.
Look at this! Like, this has got to be
great stuff.
This has got to be the coolest edition of
actually
a game
works,
ever.
man.
It comes with
Damn.
night vision goggles.
And I want to point out that
there's a history in here too.
I was about to say that
God, there has to be more footage. Let's see.
Permission.
Look, we have this. Okay, they're going through this right now. Let's see what we have over here. Let's look at some. Yeah, let's see this gameplay. Gunrunner, alright. Okay, I thought there's like a map like this on Modern Warfare 3, I think. Where I remember. I think it's this one. Not quite sure, but maybe. Domination, alright. This is probably like straightforward. I love the intro. I love this. I love the fact that we have this. I just love that. It just kind of pulls the
Domination.
domination.
Capture and defend the objectives. We're on Alpha, stand by. We have taken the lead. We've got Alpha. We lost the lead. Taking Bravo.
What the hell? That was a loud sound. Wait, what was that? Okay, well, let's watch the trailer again. Because they're showing it again. And I love this. Amazing trailer. Let's see it again. Check it out. Dude, this is amazing. Hope this just brings the knockdown. This is amazing. Nogs and Metallica. Damn. Perfect. Oh, single shots. Wait, this was the M4, wasn't it? This was the M4. Yeah, this is. Dude, I can do that. I can actually put that scope on an M4. Yes!
Recon out.
Alright, so I want to use that scope. Brilliant. Thank you for joining in, man. I'm into that. Thank you so much for joining in.
1-1 on approach. Multiple targets sighted. Raining fire.
Dude. Oh man. I love this. Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut. Tonight. Ooh, Remington? Yep. remember this. Javelin. Oh man. This is the part I miss. Sniper. Magnum.
Bunch of cold.
Far, it has been wondrous.
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. Obviously, speaking to the developers it is massive because there's some insight.
Oh
Maybe some.
shit! Sorry, no one to use that. Okay, check this out. Okay. Okay, probably look at that, man. Look at that. M13, man. It's an amazing M13. Looks amazing. Dude, the graphics, man. Look at this. It's amazing. Hopefully my resolution does justice, but it's just so awesome. Ooh, the sound. Damn. This is the only time which I'm enjoying how it's a bit uneasy. Use that. You know? It's the first time I'm enjoying that the sound's very loud and uncomfortable and disturbing. But I'm enjoying it because it's just so it's the sound design is amazing. Look at this guy resting. Oh, he's tired.
Losing Alpha.
Where are you losing Alpha?
We have 2 objectives.
Far side, man.
Tango down.
That's a suppressed. All right, and he has the munitions box, battlefield, okay, which is good. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Usually, what I would do is, especially in COD 4, if I was out of weapons, I would pick what the enemy picked up, and I would try to do good with that. I would try to do good with that weapon. Just move on, go on, go on. You know, just survive as long as I can. I love this aspect of the game, man. See, it still feels COD, but it's just it's a new. You're a lot more. You feel like this operator. You feel like you're this commando, some special forces guy. No? Okay, just normal. Oh, that's like Fortnite for me. Oh yeah, cool. Okay, that's fine. I thought he was making like a shield or something. Let's move ahead a bit. Like the boys, there's so much going on. I'm trying to, find those little things. Hopefully this video gets approved. Hopefully there's no copyright. I hope to God. I don't know. I'm just the first time doing this. I hope to God this never happens. I so apologize. Hope I can show this. I think I could because there's so many other people who are doing the same thing. I think I'm doing the right thing. Hope there's no copyright involved. God.
All objectives. Keep it that way. We lost Alpha.
Look at the graphics. Look at the hand. You know, you can see the.
Enemy personal radar. Care package ready.
Nice. This is I'm more I'm a PC player, but I mean, I'm kind of excited to see what happens the PC graphics. This is console. Console kind of has a bit dumbed down. Not dumbed down. It's there's it's like a vinyl record next to a compact disc. I don't know. This is my opinion. It's a pretty weird opinion, pretty outlandish, but yeah, the PC is like a vinyl record, so I kind of prefer that. I kind of prefer the vinyl record sound. So I kind of want to see the PC graphics. That's what. You can the hand and it's. Ooh, this is amazing. Yeah, love it. Oh.
Enemy at Charlie, go.
So there's no mini map. There is no mini. Well, let me check.
You're needed at sea.
Yep, no mini map. No mini map. What is that?
You're needed at sea.
Single? Oh,
Enemy
he's
personal radar
someone
overhead.
please switch to single. Ooh. Someone please switch to single mount, please. No, I don't like the shotguns in this game. I apologize. I'm gonna see if I can skip ahead. I'm not a huge fan of that. What was this? Oh, okay. It's back. Chopper gunner. Oh, you see you have animation. Oh, dude. You have animations now. Chopper gunner. Oh, wait, that was it. I think it was a chopper gunner, which you can control, not the attack helicopter. Hopefully I'm right. I forgot what it was. It was in Modern Warfare. Oh, you get that. Oh, man. You get that M13, man. Those are pretty cool M13. Suppressed, red dot. Almost like the John Wick from... Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Maybe, okay. Let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have. I don't think I can post this. I just don't want to do that. Everything you need to know. Check. Okay, yeah, we can do this. I guess. Ania Palace. Alright, where is this? I don't know. Okay. So you have the, what was it? It was the hammer scope from MW3. The hammer scope. You can like up and down with it. You can only put that in SMGs. Not any other weapon. Assault had his own, had the hybrid side. The SMGs had the hammer scope, HEMR. And you have the classic TF 1-for-1 skin on the guys, man. That is awesome. TF 1-for-1, man. Love Modern Warfare 2. 3 more than that. Lean in. Come on, no? Alright. AK. Oh, okay. Dude. Guy with the Captain Price. Woman with the Captain Price hat. Oh. Assist. Okay, good. Dude, the customization, the possibilities of what you could do with this. Where is he? Yo, run. There you go. Oh, triple, man. Oh, suppressed. That, okay. Oh, you can't do that, but I know you've done. People have done that. You can do that in previous games, in past games, but yeah, from that far. But the fact. So now you have to think about range and recoil, and so yeah, I'm so excited about that. So if you know how to zero in at that far of a range, and how do you compensate for recoil, and how do basically what this guy should have done, be a bit more defensive, lean in, tag a few shots, move, but yeah, okay, let's try something else. Let's see who else we have. Mm-hmm. What else do? Is there any other sort of weapon that we could use? Gunfight on Pine. Let's see this. I think these guys have plenty of clips, man. Oh, let's try this later. Let's just put it on a tab right now. This is the night vision. Well, let's see. I wish they put scopes on this, man. I wish they put scopes. Let's see this. Again, you know, slipe. Slipe. I don't know, forgot. Yeah, did that with John Wick. Okay, let's see you later. You know what? I gotta go because I don't know if I get. Hopefully, I don't get copyright for this. Hope to God I don't get copyright because you know.
Gunfight.
Is there any clips which there's a map called King now. Alright, gunfight. Okay, I thought this was Spec Ops in the Nero one. Alright. I'm probably gonna if this if, hopefully yeah I don't get it, but I'm most likely probably gonna delete this if this happens. Actually, I'm probably gonna keep this a bit private. Let's see.
Next round, we crush them.
Or probably it's a bit too early to check that out. Yeah, so I might anytime. So I could probably, you know, end the stream in like the next couple of seconds randomly, you know, out of fear. So I do not. I still try to understand the rules of YouTube. Hopefully it doesn't happen, you know. So, you know, just give me, if anyone gives me copyright, just, you know, kind of watch this clip and tell me about it. Please don't. I know that if that's, those are the rules I can't show. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Honestly, I did not know this. Hopefully I can show this. Hopefully this is legal. let's just play it safe, and you know what, we can because these guys are talking it's not like let's see. Have anything else for us?
Well, we're just so used to, like,
okay.
you know, what does a grip do, right? It reduces recoil, lets you aim in a little bit quicker, but as you say, there's different stocks now that might help you, you know,
oh dude, Square JD, man, he's probably one of my favorite streamers.
There's all these different options. It'll just be so fun when this game
is that Courage JD?
No, listen, man, I'm with the one and only Courage JD.
Love this guy.
So Courage,
awesome.
You've never played Call of Duty multiplayer before. You played the 2v2. You never played this multiplayer yet. I know you're not a competitor. I know you're a streamer full time. You're an entertainer. But this is a big deal. This is a multiplayer reveal. I know you want to put on a show. What are your expectations?
Doug, I have one of the highest earnings in the last Call of Duty game. If you check esportsearnings.com, I am absolutely a competitor, first off. Second, I'm ready to scream and get loud and have more people on Reddit saying, I don't play COD. But guess what? I've been playing since Call of Duty 3, and I'm going to show you the best classes you can have today. Look at this. In the creator classes, you can put 5 attachments per weapon. Do you hear that right now?
5 attachments.
I have AR class. I have SMG class. I have a precision
M14.
rifle, like a marksman
I love
type
this
rifle.
weapon. I love this weapon again.
SMG class. I have hear that right now?
5 attachments.
Let me check this out.
AR class. I have SMG.
Look at the dude. That is amazing. Dude, MP5.
class. I have a precision rifle.
Oh my god! I can't wait to get this. I can't wait to get my hands on this. M14, man, tactical.
Like a marksman type rifle. I have a run and gun AR, and then I have
this?
a sniper SMG
nice.
overkill
Sniper,
quick swap class, so that I can be the Pomage I want to be on the inside, but the Scumpy on the outside.
I just have one thing to say.
Homage on the
Literally
inside. Stuff
2
going
minutes
on.
ago, sorry, 2 minutes ago, Jack was just helping out Doc over here with the settings. I don't know what he was doing. Something tells me that Jack has something up his sleeve. Clint, we're going to roll it back to you now.
I want to point out, Clint, before you take that, I actually helped Jack out with all of his classes.
Yeah, he had no idea what he was talking about.
No idea.
Wait, so all that bragging he just did on his classes, you did that?
So he
Okay, let's see.
By capturing those flags, the more flags you have, the more points you get, and well, you win the game by having all those flags and getting all of those
No, seriously.
points. So yeah, I mean,
I
everybody
apologize
knows domination, but
because
you
I
want
know
to get
the
as many
rules.
flags as
If
possible.
you find
hopefully
your
shortly
clips
here,
in
the
this stream,
guys
I
will be
apologize.
loaded
I
up,
didn't know
and,
any,
we've
but I
got
didn't
a
know about the
lobby full.
copyright.
We've got
That is.
a
I
ton of different
apologize.
games going on. I think we're going to be hopping kind of pod to pod and just
Hopefully
show
it doesn't
off
happen.
different
So
players throughout the
apologize.
course of this. Jack
I don't
is
want
just
it to
slugging
happen.
energy drinks right now,
I
hyping
know
himself
about
up.
the rules.
Jack, what are you saying now?
Repeating this thing already. But it's
He's
official.
just screaming.
I can show this.
Jack just loves to yell.
Whoever did the seating chart needs to be fired immediately.
Yeah, he's too close to us right now.
Get him and Legion just tossing the back.
Legion,
It's gotta be tough, too, for him,
Legion's
'cause he's
such an
sitting next to
awesome
Doc,
streamer.
who's just basically better than him in every way. Doc's what, like 6'8".
He's also way taller than him.
Lean muscle.
Way taller.
Handsome.
Yeah, Jack's looking like Frodo-esque next to him at the desk. Well, at least they're even sitting down though. He's got 12 inches on him.
He's incredibly more talented.
This shouldn't be the roast of Jack.
Oh, you're
okay,
right. You're right.
Jack's a fantastic player. But let's get to the action, right? That's what everyone is here for. Let's see some multiplayer 6v6 domination. I think the map they said was going to be runner. This is the map that we had a brief little bit of games on. Not the one with
we're going to run a couple maps, yeah.
But a couple of maps. It seems pretty good, Joe.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Yeah, I mean, there's some doors I know that the devs were talking about that you can interact with, a couple of different buildings with, you know, again, it's not your typical 3-lane map that we're sort of used to these last couple of years. So it's going to be interesting to see the way the players sort of move on the map.
Well, kind of hearing the philosophy from a lot of the developers about those power positions. Would you have, Nameless, would you have one big tip? With the game slowing down, with it being power position focused,
awesome.
from your heyday back with Modern Warfare, what would you recommend to a new player?
Yeah, I mean, it's just when you get to those power positions, just try to check every single angle, right? Like, you got to slow down in a game like this because those ARs are very powerful. So when you get to those power positions, just try to check every single angle and don't focus in so much on one spot.
I love that we're starting off with Shroud as well, by the way.
That's who I mean, if we can just watch Shroud all day, I'm cool with it. That does not bother me at all. The guy, you know he's going to put on a show.
Seriously, if I had 3 wishes and everyone says like superpowers, being rich, being famous, I just want to be able to play games like Shroud for 24 hours.
Just one day.
Well, that's one of your wishes?
Yes.
Not even just for 24 hours.
Yeah, well, okay, well, I guess you're right. That's a really dumb wish, because I guess I could just do it forever, couldn't I, Joe?
Yeah, you could.
Well, we'll check out the actions. He's, I think, just trying to get through his loadouts, trying to get his sensitivity all squares. The guys were just getting set up here as we were going through stuff with Joe and Jeff from Infinity Ward, but the game just looks so good, man. It was awesome hearing them kind of talk about the engines, everything that's been added to this from a lighting standpoint, from, what was it called, photography?
Sounds right.
You remember, what was the word for that? Oh, I butchered the hell out of that. Photography?
We'll go with that.
Okay, I don't think that's right either.
Either way, it's insane, right?
I'm not taking that with words, man.
Taking pictures of pretty much everything and putting it into the game. That's absolutely incredible. I'm pretty sure I saw TP as well.
TP's
Dude,
in this
He's on the
MP7.
team, so we'll keep our eyes out for
The rate of fire on that, man.
Started to heat up. He started off with a sniper rifle, adjusted his settings, said,
Reflex
it's
repressed.
not for me. Let me change things out, and obviously now running the assault rifle.
Yeah, he's got the M4 in hand, and I know you and I were having a lot of fun with this M4.
Yes.
I mean, a Call of Duty classic, right? Just such a good assault rifle at any range that you want to use it. And I mean, we were talking about the benchmark, all the different attachments that you can have. Shroud's got a couple on here.
TP just killed Shroud.
Shroud?
That's now the highlight of TP's career.
And what's cool is when I saw Shroud enter that building, there was a ledge there, and it gave him the option to mount his weapon. So now you can mount your AR, and it'll reduce that recoil, and you can kind of just lock down one lane with your AR mounted. So it's kind of a new thing they added to COD that we've never really seen before on your main AR that you can do.
I think that's going to stress really good tactical and lethal use. If you've got a solid player set up in a power position like that, it's going to be bananas to deal with.
And of course, let's not forget.
Your two customizations are amazing.
Go to your
Look at
classes
that.
and customize it in the game. So if there's a certain player in a certain power position you want to try and get rid of, well, you can very quickly, if you wanted to, for example, put a sniper scope on an assault rifle, turn it to single fire, and bang, right there, you still have your favorite gun.
There's just so much customization in this game, and I'm a big AR guy, especially in Modern Warfare games. I love using assault rifles, and to change something like an M4 into a burst gun, I just think it's so amazing and awesome that you have that ability.
Well, I think one of the big things that everyone continues to talk about, there's going to be different power positions, and how do you get those players out of their power positions, and maybe one weapon with one customization doesn't work, but you continue to make those changes. So we'll see how the players continue to work on it. We'll see what adjustments they're making.
And I think, Ben, you were pointing to me that, what was this, streak earned by
Skadoodle, he's already earned himself one streak. He has the Juggernaut selected, hasn't earned that yet. I am curious to see if anyone today actually earns that, because I know, Joe, your first game, you sat down and I was like, oh, you know, I get to play Joe's team. Juggernaut first game. I was like,
Noah J just destroyed Skadoodle.
Well, and I'm actually excited to see Scott when he pulls out that sniper, right? I mean, he has the nickname American Sniper for a reason, has the AK right now, but we know when this guy gets a scope in his hands, he's gonna make some plays.
Couple more
I wonder if they show Dr. Disrespect, man. I'm kind of excited if they do.
Jericho. Of course, he's picking up a couple kills. And again, I do want to reiterate, cross-platform. Even here at the multiplayer reveal, a couple guys going to be on PC, a couple guys on console.
So we just saw something cool out of Jericho. He just changed his gun to full auto as he was entering that room. Unfortunately, he doesn't get that kill, but I like the idea of going into close quarters combat and switching to the full auto and try to spray him down.
Well, the game just flipped on its head a little bit. They had a 3-cap there for a moment, which really allowed them to push out a massive lead, but quickly the red team get back in control. But we'll stick with Jericho's POV. I want to see if these streaks start to come into play. But Jericho, obviously, he has been a long-standing community member in Call of Duty since really the dawn of time, Ben.
Oh, yeah, he's been playing for a very, very long time. Of course, a fantastic content creator as well. It's always good to see him and see what he can try and bring to the table here. But you can see okay. Jericho, I'm trying to gas you up. Come on, man.
That's an MP7, man, right? You run into those doorways. You see that MP7 submachine gun.
Well, you were the guy kind of running the gun because we were playing yesterday with like, what, it was like 10 of us. And I'm mostly an AR guy because I'm slow. And you were flying around smoking me. Is that what it was, the MP7 you were using?
MP5.
It was MP5. Okay.
Yeah, I think the MP5 is the weapon I had most fun with. I'll give you guys some tips before the beta starts in September. But yeah, the MP5, another Call of Duty classic.
Look at you keeping him close to your chest.
Man, you know, just saying.
What was the burst gun that you obliterated me with a couple times?
Wow.
It was when he was.
I thought I got sniped, man. I just got ripped off the map.
It's the class I told Jack to put on. So when we get to one of Jack's games, I'll kind of talk you through it. But there's a couple of weapons which I've kind of tested out. Actually, you know, you get your hands on a new Call of Duty for the first time, like when the open beta comes out, you're going to try everything, right? Because you want to get the biggest advantage as quickly as you possibly can. There's a couple of guns where I think, you know, come open beta, going to be pretty powerful.
Yeah, and you know, talking about that MP5 that Joe was using, I remember I made a class after he destroyed me with it, and I just put every single attachment on my gun that would make me move faster. And it just felt amazing on the map being able to move so quick with that submachine gun.
That's a choice as well, but we didn't really touch on it when we were talking about the kind of customization that you can go through. But there's a lot of pros and cons to pretty much everything. If you're going to get, for example, a little bit of help with vertical recall, you're going to give something else up. Maybe it's ADS time, maybe it's movement speed.
When I was
pros and cons to everything.
I think it's something, I think he said it in rehearsals yesterday, but I was talking to Jeff at Infinity Ward. He said, you know, he's like a big MMO, like an RPG fan. He likes skill trees and all the stuff that goes into it. So it's kind of what they were thinking of with Gunsmith. You always have to kind of give or take with certain armor pieces that you would use in other games. And
as
I was going through it.
Hobby consoles, play has leaked early, but I'm going to go through it again and just talk about it and do a bit of a live reaction.
Okay, so I can't show you this
Looking
video.
at the different stocks and different foregraphs, I'm like, all right, well, if I
I
do
can't
this,
do that.
So I sprint slower, but I zoom in faster, and if I do this, I was going through, I thought it's awesome. Just the amount of
MP5, MP7, sorry.
Variety.
Well, we're just so used to, like, you know, what does a grip do, right?
Oh, myth.
Reduces recoil, lets you aim in a little bit quicker, but as you say, there's different stocks now that might help you, you know, zoom in a little bit quicker, but it'll slow you down. There's all these different options. It'll just be so fun when this game releases.
He's enjoying it.
Like how players want to play with each weapon.
Yeah, there was like a stock, and it's like if you want to reduce idle sway, like you're going to be slower, and it just makes a lot of sense. And you know, I enjoyed sort of the aspect of just creating my class and trying to figure out if I want to be fast with this gun or if I want to slow down. Like when I'm using the M4, am I going to be in a power position? Okay, so on this map, that's what I'm going to make.
And again, I think one of the keys, just to kind of reiterate, is you're going to come into those situations in a game, right? You create your class and you think, oh, I wish I'd, you know, could maybe be a little bit quicker. Change it in the game. It's as simple as just hit and start.
You have to be quick. You have to be quick with that.
Well, yeah, but either way, you know, if you know what you want to change, it's, you know, relatively simple to do so.
TP's going off right now. Did you guys see that?
So what are his stats?
17 and 5 from TP.
I just can't play with Nameless again. The guy started out 9-0 yesterday. How many times do we hear about it throughout the course of the night?
The guy because you were attacking me, so I had to. you kept killing me.
I think, Clint, one thing you can sort of, from your own personal experience with TP, 17 and 5. As TP, what is he doing?
I'm a full-time commentator for the Call of Duty World League, but on the side, I am TP's full-time bait.
Right.
And he's a completely selfish player, and he's likely allowing the other 5 members to run in front of him as he picks up the kills. And
I'm going to be honest. What's funny about that? He spent his entire career.
No, I know.
So when he stopped playing, he's like, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to have some fun. So he just baits you every day now, and I can't blame him.
Yeah, he was a guy.
It's still God. It's just way better.
Not
It's like up to 11.
Well, since he is one of the greatest.
That's why I was a bit kind of scared about it. In a way, I was.
You getting smoked?
Because I thought it was a bit.
He doesn't know what you're saying.
I didn't want to be too disconnected to the previous ones, but no, this is back to it. It's better, way better.
What's the score? 157, 124.
Yeah, this is a very close
one. Tight one early.
This is good.
Have you guys seen any guns like that? Maybe you didn't try out yesterday and we got to play that have blown you
this
away.
One, MP7, right, I was actually very curious. I think I tried it for like one life and didn't like it, but low recoil, but a submachine gun, you're very quick with it. And speaking of TP,
field upgrade available?
It's that
what
field
does that do,
upgrade
man?
if he wants to use it, but just protect and see. He knows that they're very close from winning this game.
Teep just kind of going back to his inner competitive self.
Always.
Oh, look at his face, dude. He is dialed.
Well,
that's what.
So
I think for some of these guys, so we had what a lot of the YouTubers that came in the other day to get content and play the game again. So for some of the streamers, I think it's their first time hands-on. So if you see them earn some streaks, maybe some field upgrades, and not bring them into play yet, I think they're all kind of learning. It's just their first time
Is that like the?
Sure we'll
so you have that thing again?
We'll see. I think a cruise
the health?
missile just got earned. Almost smokes another one, but Skadoodle.
It's like in Black Ops 4.
One thing we haven't seen yet are the eliminations. Right, the execution style stuff that you can do. We didn't see it earlier on. I'm curious to see if maybe we get that at any point.
It's embarrassing. Somebody's got to do it. Wait, Myth is on a 5 streak. That's just what popped up at the top right.
I think so.
Oh yeah, Myth. He's right in front of me. He is. Look how fast his fingers are moving. This guy's turned.
I've never seen anybody's hands move that quick.
Doug's behind him, just having a great time watching him.
Oh, get that.
Mind blown.
You get that AK.
I'm mind blown.
That's
Ooh, Skadoodle.
Skadoodle shuts him down. Close game, 185, 147. Be coming to an end relatively soon, but for the most part, it looks as if the blue team should be able to secure the W.
I wonder if he's going to call these streaks in. He's got that cruise missile.
Oh, Myth just called it a cluster strike, so somebody's probably about to get pounded.
What is a cluster strike?
There he goes. Didn't actually kill anyone.
So I take it back. No one was actually hit.
Oh.
What were they talking about? I believe, again, I think this was talked about yesterday when you and I were just sitting down with the devs, but some of the kill streaks that are in, right, you have to actually have a line of sight to use them. So it's not like, think of like our current game where you have the Hellstorm, you have the Lightning Strike, you can just pull that in wherever you want.
Yeah.
Some of the kill streaks now, you have to have line of sight on enemy to actually use them.
Yeah, that was
so I think it's interesting because you need to get to that like power position. It's not you're not sort of called in off spawn. Like you have to get to like a good angle.
Yeah, basically have like a laser target that you need to just kind of put your laser out and be like, all right, this is where I want to drop my.
All right, team. I think you got a hit mark.
That's round. Oh, it is team.
Oh, it is. Tino's. All right, Mr. Paul Chow.
I think Stroud also had the same gun, and he missed his shot. And Teep said, you know what? I'm taking you down.
Call of Duty World Champion.
Close game, man.
It's not like the Tiger Woods right there.
Something
we're going to be having some fun. That is just one of our mini matches that are going to come here today. And so far, I think we're all just excited. I mean, for us, I know we just want to get hands-on with it. We have to wait for the open beta coming in September. But
do they have?
I can't wait. You made a joke at the very beginning, and you're like, yeah, we're probably going to be no life in the bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That is.
You started off a little bit slow. You started popping off the end.
Yeah.
What are your first initial thoughts on this game?
It's a lot of fun. I think that so the class that I created, I could already see how the dynamics you could create for yourself with choosing different things. And so like my class was very much run and gun. I had the stim as well, so I was able to sort of just heal myself on the go if I got shot, and that allowed for a lot of just really good aggression. And as I got into the swing of it, like later into the game, I was like, okay, I know the rhythm, I'm ready to attack.
Yeah, you were getting more excited as you at first. You're like, oh no, I'm not playing well. Oh no, guys, don't make fun of me. Like I know there's a lot of pressure, but no, you started getting the rhythm into it. You started playing really well. You got a world champion on your team, carrying you guys to the win. I just wanted to know, like, I'm jealous, man. I want to be on the floor right now playing this game, and I'm sitting here watching you, so I'm living through you right now. You played well. You guys got the first win. I'm going to bring it back to the desk, back to Clint.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I think we were watching, like, Shroud or Teep's POV. I saw Myth pop up at the 5. I saw it before this. I was like, if you put a lot of time into cutting the pass, he's like, yeah, I'm going to fry. I was like, oh, all right.
Well, at least he's confident.
Yeah, no, he absolutely was.
I love
that.
that.
We've got an interview with Sensor, and then I think our next one, I believe we have Christine Leahy, and she's going to be with Teepee. Now, Christine, I need you to ask Teepee right away. I play with him every single day. Can you ask him what it's like to play with someone such as myself? Oh, God.
What it's like to play with you?
Yes.
Well, let me ask him. TP, what is it like to play with Maven? Maven wants me to ask you this question.
Playing with Maven has really fine-tuned me into the player that I am today. Playing with him, it makes my life a lot more difficult. So if you really want to get better at Call of Duty in general, or probably any game, play with that bald man over there.
Oh, that was really sweet. I was expecting some trash talking, but that was really nice. Because we just came from Sensor, who I know has a really sore spot, you know, because of you. You beat him in 2014.
Right.
So there was that.
I mean, Doug's a great guy, great player, but, you know, I got a lot of chips on the guy. So, a lot of championships in COD. So
there's the trash talking I was looking for. It looked like you guys were having a lot of fun with this one. You had an awesome game. Why was that?
Honestly, I just kind of figured out how the domination spawns pretty quickly on that map. When I got the UAV, the main map was up. I knew exactly where people were going, and I was just kind of shooting a lot of people in the back and in the side and stuff. And then when it came to like my weapon selections, I read through a lot of the attachments to see what kind of play style I wanted to go for. So I think I had the edge there.
I gotta ask you too, you're one of the best Call of Duty players out there. What do you think of the new game?
It's amazing so far. This build feels extremely smooth. I'm having a blast. That first map.
I would use the word outstanding because
man, that sniper rifle was feeling pretty good there, or the marksman rifle actually. So I'm having a good time.
All right, Maven, back to you.
Thank you so much. More action. So we got one 6v6, and I thought TP was gonna cook my ass. I thought he was gonna roast me to no end.
Oh, he was okay. It was pretty.
I mean, I mean, you're his trainer, right? Like I mean, you're the reason he's in the shape that he is, right?
That's what if only I could help him in the coaching department. But we are gonna. I'm kidding. It was just a joke. We are gonna continue.
Oh, as repaired.
He was part of the team.
He's awesome.
That made like Crash and Backfire.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. All the old Modern Warfare 2.
So some of your favorite maps.
Some of the favorite maps was that guy up.
He just came back to the team for this title, right?
Right. Yeah. So this is a guy that
we're in good hands.
He creates some Call of Duty classics.
That makes me even more excited than I already was. But this will be the
disrespect.
And we're on with the 6'8" gaming
two-time
phenom unit. Dr.
Two-time.
Disrespect.
I'm expecting big things from Duck.
I don't know how he plays with those shades on. I don't understand.
Oh, you can.
They're not real.
All right. He's a Chuck Norris of gaming.
Right technology. He's talked about it before. Like, come on, man.
Good point.
Like, this,
good
it
point.
helps him out.
You're right, Joe. You're right.
Oh, he's behind a couple.
Come on. Could have done better.
So he's just getting used
No,
to
could have done better. Dog, could have done better, man.
Judging people's accuracy, all right?
I definitely can. I'm frying everyone yesterday.
Yeah, dog. Could have done better, brother.
Now we're lying.
Could have done better.
Listen, TP's bait.
Yeah, no, I know. That's my permanent job. I'm okay with it. I've accepted it.
Oh, look at this camper. You still have campers in card. That will never die. They will never die. Campers will never die.
Sorry, Hutch.
That wasn't pretty.
He can't hear you.
Well, to be fair, Hutch did get put in last second. I think he had to fill in for someone, so he got here last minute. Maybe he's just warming up, getting into the flow.
Oh, Jack's also in this game.
So Jack's got the MP5. So when we go to Jack's point of view, that'll be a lot of fun to see how he plays with that MP5. Because I'm telling you, that thing is nasty.
It's really powerful. I know you two.
You put that stock on there, you can strafe so fast, and it just looks insane from the other player's point of view.
This is PC, all right. This is
so
PC.
quick with MP5, it's awesome.
Is Katarga and Jack on the same team? I'm pretty sure they are. That's going to be a pretty powerful team with Duck as well. That team's going to be very strong. Very strong. Again, we talked about it a little bit, but the 2v2 exhibition.
Ammunition.
I'm very excited to see who comes out on top for that 2v2. It's gonna be really.
Well, I saw the bracket for just a second. I think I saw a couple.
I don't know a few names. Not all of them. Oh, there you go, man. This guy's awesome, bro. I love this guy.
It'll be interesting. I think Shroud and
Great
Spin
energy.
sat next to each other in a pod.
Amazing human being, man.
Yeah, so
It's really fun to watch the
that's how it
streams.
works out. I'm not sure if it's randomized or how to play out.
Here's the MP5, right? This is the gun that you guys were talking about, and just how strong this really is.
It reminds me all the way back to Call of Duty 4. That MP5 was kind of the main sub that a lot of people like to use. And that's one of my favorite submachine guns of all time.
Red dot.
There you go.
There you go, Courage.
Power rounds right there. Like that just comes through with a nice little hip fire for Jack. But it just feels like when I used it, it was good from like short to medium range, right? Like I know a lot of sub players are looking for one of those slower rate of fire weapons that you can have a nice fight with an assault rifle from medium range.
Yeah, in a way it is.
And also, you can change it up, right? Depending on your attachments, you can make it better from range, and you can make it kind of just really good up close. So you have a lot of customization options to make it how you want.
Also worth mentioning, you talked a little bit about the stopping power ammo. That's of course the field upgrade.
Oh,
A couple of
dude,
choices there.
this
so.
looks pretty awesome.
I think, what was it yesterday? I think Nameless got first shot at me.
Hamlin's
alright.
alright.
Power, and he goes, "What just killed me? I just smoked him."
Oh, dude, check it. That is
that'll definitely
amazing.
have
Get him,
that
get him.
influence
Oh,
on the
dude,
map.
come on.
That nade is in your back
Could have
pocket,
initiated.
pal.
Could have taken it.
Close.
So
That was a
he's gonna
headshot.
spawn up with 2 missiles in his kill streak, so maybe see him call
Dude,
these in.
that
And
is
the stockpile
amazing.
rounds available now as well. Seems like that's
a lot
kind
of
of a
players
favorite for that.
The stockpile rounds?
Yeah.
They're just really strong.
Yeah, that
the shields,
is what I
are
think.
pretty good too.
Nice.
Powerful
Assist. All right.
that's for sure.
Save.
It's funny seeing players when they get their streaks. It's almost as if they're so tunnel vision now. Just on. Let me just play the game.
This is actually pretty cool scope, by the way. I think.
Whoa, shot was shaky, but
All
finally
right,
got the headshot. Yeah, I need
good
to
deal.
see
One.
these streaks get involved. Oh man. Well, it's up.
Moving. Yeah, there you go.
Just came in.
This PC, man, it's so awesome.
We got to play this map a decent amount. Nameless, I know you were scared to come in the cave because I was just dominating you.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
One point where I
Yeah.
got up top and I just didn't move. Mounted my gun.
Oh, you can mount your gun too.
What game mode did we play on? I think we played on what was it? It was.
I think
MP5.
we played this.
It was a ton of fun.
Mikaloo.
Sure, but we'll change perspective. Take a look at.
I wonder if they show Brian, man. Brian
Honestly,
Terrorizer. It's pretty awesome.
I was like, yeah, that's a guy who I just know is going to dominate. Another, former competitive Call of Duty guy. You just kind of know.
Yeah, but he's always been really good at like.
Most champions are
just, like,
from
finding power
America.
positions
It's
early on, like putting up big
given,
numbers.
yeah.
He was always a flashy player. Like that's what he was just known for, right? And still is. Like he's just so flashy.
King
He knows how to
Richard,
put up
yeah,
numbers.
he's awesome
Something
too.
that might just play to his
Everyone's
ability,
awesome.
especially with it being kill streaks now.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. You just post up.
Valhard and
you got a
Ghosts.
ton of kills for you. Not a lot of time.
That's Semtex, yep.
That's when you can expect.
Okay, is that like
rain
a
down,
alright?
dominate.
Is that like a counter UAV sort of thing?
one
It's
is
like
almost what
I
you'd
think it's like a counter UAV.
What were they hit
Oh
with
wait,
the HUD?
sorry, it's right there behind me. Sorry, brother. Oh yeah, it's a counter UAV.
I wasn't sure if it was like a tactical.
Or it's like an
or if they were
EMP
hit with
sort
a
of
counter
thing.
UAV.
Oh yep, counter UAV. Counter UAV online. I love
This
that.
is what I want to see. What is he rocking?
He's got the M4.
Okay.
We've seen a lot of M4 today.
Yeah,
I took a
a
lot of
lot.
freezing yesterday for the most part.
But the good sort of trade-off is the fact that
traditional weapons, right?
there's so many variants. It's very difficult to kind of. So that's a cool thing. I'm fine with that.
That is very true, and of course you can always go over to the customize things up a little bit. But
Oh,
here is the
nice,
target's
good
perspective.
shot. Please switch to single, man. You guys switch to
What
single.
streaks did he put on? It looks like he's gone
You look much cooler if you
pretty
switch to
high
single,
here.
man.
He's not going low. The radar is going to be the first, but as he progresses through, honestly, you expect.
I wish they showed the
Yeah,
M1911.
and we see he picks
Can
up
you
that
show the
personal radar, and that's
M1911?
what TP was talking about in that interview, is that he had that on and he would go on like a 3 or 4 kill streak. He'd call on that personal radar and that mini map would pop up and notify you where things were on the map.
Go Taga.
And hey, just one quick reminder while we're in the middle of this game,
Oh,
because we've been
nice.
talking a lot about the beta. Just to clarify, you have to pre-order for early access to get to the open beta. So pre-order now. And we talked about the Dark Edition being available in case you missed it earlier, the night vision goggles, all the crazy stuff that comes with that, the skins in the game.
Limited, right, as well.
Or someone could.
So, and I believe you can do that at CallOfDuty.com. So get your pre-order in if you want to be part of the open beta, if you want to play against the group here up on the desk. You've got the chance to do that, as well as a lot of these streamers. I'm sure they're going to be putting in time with the beta. But we are in our second map of our 4 6v6s that are going to be played. Then we have the 10v10, the 20v20, the 2v2 gunfight bracket that's going to go down. So a ton of action. I know there's been a public cry to see a lot more of multiplayer. You got, what, a 3-minute trailer of all the action. You get 3 or so hours of gameplay today. So much to show.
20-4. Uncontested, man.
The 20 of their 75.
20 and 10. He got 4 assists. He died 10 times.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey, Jack went 19 and 3.
Yeah, it's actually Courage that was.
All right, Jack.
Wow.
The Doc had 4 kills. I was expecting more. Expecting more of him.
Wait, Doc had 4.
4 and 8.
He had 4 kills.
Double neck.
He was
That's all right. His team
Heat on the floor with Miss Vixen.
Yes, I have Miss Vixen here. So I was just standing here watching you play. I think you might be one of the most vocal players out here. Does that help you in your game?
Relieves stress in a way, you know, you just gotta be vocal about it, communicate with your team, obviously, so yeah, it helps a lot.
So you told me this game wasn't exactly your best, but the one before was great. Yeah. What do you think of the game so far?
I actually really love it. I like my favorite thing is probably the decoys in there. They brought that in there, so it's easy to distract your,
Dude, look at the
enemy.
variations
They
on
think
the
that you're in
M4.
one area and then you just rotate around them, so it helps being like more strategic going around the map. So. But there's a few other like perks in there.
Oh man, I
still,
wish I could probably get like a streak from that. There's straight.
I love it.
So this
Yeah, they're straight and now they're.
Search and destroy, I was awesome. Team deathmatch was a little bit of a struggle because I didn't know the map, but this next one I'm for sure going to dominate.
I have faith in you. Maven, back over to you.
Thank you so much. All right, so awesome to hear. I know I am very, very vocal, and it is a stress reliever. When I'm playing, I want to scream, I want to get loud, I want to let people know I dominate them, and when I get killed, there's an excuse every single time.
This guy right here, man. I gotta see this, man. I love this guy.
The one and only, the Mr. Dr. Disrespect. He's just taking his time, guys. He deserves it, man. He's a two-time champion. He wants to take his time. Just let him gather his thoughts. Honestly, Doc, I was sitting here behind you. First of all, I have to say, I'm a huge fan. I need to shake your hand, man. I need to shake your hand, man.
Finally, good to see you in person and meet you in person. You as well. Big fan as well.
Yeah. So I was watching you, man, and I have to be honest, dude. I wasn't too impressed. I just had to be blunt. Like, I wasn't really seeing many good things for me to talk about right now. What was going through your mind on that last map?
I was closing my eyes. It's something I do. I challenge myself internally.
Yeah.
To see if I can really visualize the game without even having to look at it. Right? I went 2 and 8.
Cards in the back.
It didn't work. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's gonna change next game. I've got the right grips on the right weapons, and I'm attacking Hamlins. I'm attacking to all these guys that are screaming and yelling across the entire room, and it's making me sick. Got it?
We appreciate your time, Doc. Thank
Two
you.
time.
Back to you, Clint.
That was intense.
It was 2 and 8. I thought it was 4 and 8. I gave him 2 extra kills.
I think it was 4.
Either way, it's embarrassing.
Well, I mean, he was getting into his zen,
eyes
right?
closed.
Eyes closed.
Yeah.
He was just getting a feel for what was going on. Can't blame him. I do it sometimes.
Sometimes I challenge myself, playing with one hand, closing my eyes.
Naturally.
You think he's actually going to turn it around, Joe?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
I
he'll
hope
be a lot
so.
better in the next game.
I hope so.
I'm not
His
too
eyes were
confident.
closed. I believe him. His eyes were
Amos,
closed. Next game will be fine.
You've been a professional player.
Yeah.
You're no longer a professional.
All right.
Yes.
Hacking yard, 6x6, cyber attack. All right, let's see this.
This is the first time I think anyone's seen this, right? Like, I don't think there's been anything.
No, yeah. I believe this will be the first time.
This will be very, very cool. We're just waiting for the people to load up, but it should just be a moment. Again, we were waiting on one of the pods to finish, but it will be cyber attack. So this will be the first time you've been able to see this mode. Very, very cool. Probably going to be a fan favorite once we actually, get into the beta, get into the release later this year. But we'll kind of talk you through it and how it works once we get into it. But we're going to see who can step it up. Doc was pitiful. Gataga and Jack were dominant.
TP
was fantastic.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm mostly, honestly, as much as I'm going to love the 6v6, the 10v10, the 20v20,
All right.
I am really excited
Just
about it.
Skip, why are we going through
I'm
this?
very excited for is actually
Change
Legion.
grips.
May surprise
Okay,
you.
no,
I'm
this
not
is-
necessarily sure what gameplay we're going to get out of there, but I had a chance yesterday to mess with some of the settings,
Alright,
so I'm curious to see what he's going to realize.
There we are.
All right, well, we're into the next one.
Okay.
Cyber attack.
He's got overkill on. Got the shotgun as well. See what he runs with. Yeah.
All right. I won that cape, man.
All right, cyber attack.
This cape's so freaking awesome.
Speaking of Legion and Syndicate are in this game.
Oh, they are?
Legion
They're on
Syndicate?
the opposite team, so we'll see how they are.
Alright.
Okay.
I know those names.
Master.
But you'll see, there's one bomb on this one.
Neutral bomb.
Neutral bomb.
Yep, and both teams have, of course, a plant site, if you will.
Yeah, it's an EMP, and you have to get it to the opponent's data center.
And I'm curious if even the players realize exactly what kind of the situation is, because, again, you can pick up your teammates. A couple of doors to worry about.
Okay, 3v6.
Blue team don't spring into life here, Clint. They're all going to fall.
Yeah, I forget.
Oh, nice, bro. Nice.
You can get them back up, right? But you can finish the kills. Like, I'm trying to remember. We only played this once.
I think you can.
Is
You
this
might be able to,
CrossFit?
there's like
Okay,
a
I
finishing
thought I heard
move.
someone.
I think so.
Because I
You have to
remember.
be on top of
I
it.
think it's.
That's what it is,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, one of the players dropped it. I didn't see that red
We're
symbol.
gonna
We
do
saw the
that.
medical symbol when we
Ooh.
played. That's why I was wondering if we're in a different mode than we thought we are.
Nice.
No, you can see
One more, even it out,
you do?
boy. Even it out.
okay.
There you
you're
go.
right, you're
Even
right,
it
okay.
out.
I didn't see it when they first got drops, but
Oh, personal
Some
radar
nice shots in.
Any
2v3.
stems?
Honestly, use
Okay,
that round
that's
one,
probably
you
like, okay.
absolutely may as well. Could give you an advantage, but now it's a 1v3. Unfortunately for Greggy.
Okay, you got a double kill.
Right on this map,
I
there's
think.
that big yard house where there's just so many vertical like windows, different floors, and he just got trapped in that garage.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's three up top,
yeah.
there's 3 down
think,
low, and the problem is if you saw the door there, if you don't make a play through the door early, you're just going to be trapped in.
Yeah, you just got to grab that bomb and get out there and try to get to the other team's data center. They just kind of stayed in there
stock,
trying to pick up those kills.
Foregrip.
But you could see the other team, they decided to like go outside and use that leverage and go up top, and it worked out wonderfully.
And now you'll see in round 2, like the bomb position, the objective position has moved, so we're actually on a different part of the map.
Any more? Okay, good.
So each round, you know, gives you
Syndicate.
a different look.
Ready?
6v2 already. I mean, that was blink and you miss it.
Ready? This guy's another funny streamer.
So, like, all the action won't just take
fun to
place
watch,
in
man.
one spot the entire
Yeah,
map.
that's great.
So, you know, in that next round, you can, if there's a spot in the map that you prefer, you can go over there and fight there.
He's like, that was easy.
Yeah, we're winning around so quickly. Well, that was, what, a 6v1 within 15 seconds.
You were talking about.
Wait, is that it?
Yeah, the
Look at that. Did he just hip fire him?
It's the FR 5.56.
so
Guys, let me tell you.
Reminds me of like the Type 95.
That's exactly it.
Sounds like it too.
It's so powerful. When open beta comes out, if you can get your hands on that, I guarantee you're going to have a good time. Especially if you're, one of the slower placed AR players. I mean, you stack that baby up.
Yep.
And poof, let me tell you, it's a good time.
Ooh, nice.
Syndicate.
Dude, that was a kick-ass shot.
Off
That was
the
good.
cover. That was nice. A little bit of the lean mechanic there you saw.
Yeah.
Let me find out. Very impressive stuff.
Oh, in the 2v2, didn't what Syndicate and Legion beat Teep and Kurd,
Oh,
right?
Skyros.
Legion got it. He's got it.
Oh, Legion.
All right, so enemy has the bomb.
Little marksman rifle action.
Curious to see how this is going to be reacted. 3 versus 4. It is obviously something we haven't touched on because we haven't even seen it yet. Very, very quick plant times as well. When you get over there, it's really, really quick to put that thing down.
Yeah, I think everybody's
there he is,
still
Legion.
getting used to it, right? So just playing around.
This guy's really fun. This guy's
Look
hilarious.
at his screen, all the reses
Awesome.
available.
Legion's going to clutch this 1v5.
Do you think he
Is
plays
he?
it selfish and goes for
Yes,
the
he
clutch with
is.
the kills, or does he go for the reses?
Well, the enemy bombs aren't, so there we go. He has to disable it.
Well, now he's screwed.
So you can see he's got the.
Oh.
Almost.
I like the idea.
Oh, he got smoked.
He was close though.
But he went for it. He went for it. I thought he was going to get the kill there, maybe try to go for a res, but I guess it's tough to get those in when you have the 30 seconds on the clock to actually get through. How long was the res again? I don't remember, but it was pretty quick, wasn't it?
It was a couple of seconds, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't too.
We might see.
Yeah, but like Ben said, I think the plant defuse was much quicker than like your normal search and destroy.
Yeah, way quicker. It's about just really taking control of the
It's
other
like
side.
2.5 seconds, I want to say.
Yep. Something around
Disable
there.
the
but
enemy
2
data
to 1.
center.
Finally, red team gets their first
This
round.
is
on
a
the board.
cool
Legion
mode,
not able
man.
to clutch a
He is trying to run outside the map.
Hey man, it's gonna be harder.
Still learning.
Yeah. Oh my God! He sees 2 top window. Head gets peeled, and
damn.
we'll see it.
Burst gun. This is it right
Oh, yeah.
I told
Oh,
you.
he's about to go John Wick. Someone's about to go John Wick.
That is
Syndicate.
mean.
I'm just waiting for somebody to go up there, mount their
Come
gun,
on.
and
Pistol
just
only
create
John Wick.
that
Come on,
window.
let's
You
do it.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
That's where tacticals and lethals are going to be your best friend.
I mean, that's something the guys were saying though. Like, if there's a door that you can open, you can just kind of throw your stun at it, and it's going to open up. So if you have a sniper deep, there's ways that you can very strategically and very intelligently just kind
Ooh,
of set
there you
things
go.
up.
What's cool
That's
as
a
well,
nice
Ben, is
Nice.
with those doors, that you were just talking about, you can kind of crack it open, throw something in there, and then close it.
Okay.
So you don't have to fully just open that door, and just adds a different meta to breaking into buildings and trying to take the power
Oh no,
position.
we were playing one yesterday, and someone just barged through a door.
Yeah. Oh, it was me. It was me. He goes, "Babe, you scared the hell out of me." I was like, the door open. Like,
obviously, we don't know which doors are what and where they go.
I'm here.
Yeah. I remember I was looking at Ben yesterday, and I kept opening and closing the door. And he would make me one shot. And I'm like, no, you have to come to me.
It was like the juggernaut in the trailer, bro. That was literally me kicking open a door.
A big boy.
Never been known for your subtlety.
No, absolutely never, Ben. Absolutely never. What is it, 2-2 now?
2-2, yeah. It's actually become a bit of a close game, and there's a glance at the stats.
Syndicate put his headphones on. I mean, he hit a snipe and then got flanked. It looked like he had 0 awareness.
I mean, he's 7-3 though.
I think his teammate dropped right next to him too.
Oh, he's 7-3.
Okay, all right. I guess I shouldn't criticize him as he's more than double positive.
He's having a good time, but again, close game, and a lot of the perks. It's no surprise to you.
Holy, was that the burst gun? Yep.
Yeah.
Look at this thing.
Damn.
Look at this. He. Ooh.
Look at all this
Well, he gets the headshot. I mean, both times you see him smoke somebody, it's been the headshot.
You can see the shotgun. He has a nice grip on there.
See, you got to revive your teammates,
Well,
folks.
it looked like they were both backing up, too. I think two players were trying to do so, and then they got caught.
As MP5 comes out. Love that. Now it's what? Pretty tough
Oh,
spot.
that's very
3v2.
cool.
Couple players still alive. Syndicate is one of them.
Is that two-shot pistol? That thing is naughty.
3v1, 2v1. This is
All right,
possible.
so
Here we go.
It's low res action.
Okay, so it's about what? 3 seconds, maybe a little bit more, 3.5. But you can res your teammates and give yourself a
You see
better
it
chance of
changed
winning.
from a 3v1 to a 3v2 as the res came through.
Also, it's also cool when you're down, you can spectate your teammates and kind of direct them to where you're at.
Mhm.
If they get
Oh, it's up, dude. He just smoked both with the burst gun again.
Oh, it's a 1v1.
Damn.
Oh, my
What?
lord.
Oh, it's up, dude. He just smoked both with the burst gun again.
Oh, it's a 1v1.
All right. Snipe.
My lord. Who hit that?
Here it is. Let's see it.
Oh,
bang!
Oh,
through the
Eddie.
flesh. The headshot in.
That was nasty.
Was that a sniper or a shotgun?
It's a marksman
I
rifle.
think it might be one of the marksman rifles, yeah.
Okay.
That was good composure in the 1v1.
Yeah, right. We've had some, like, in the past Call of Duties, like those slug rifles, those
Yeah, the
shotguns.
single shot slugs.
Pretty powerful.
That's what it looked like to me. Like,
I love this. Learning. I think it's Syndicate that's popped up there a couple of times. No one home, though.
He's playing like.
It's a tough spot, 3v6. 2v6.
somebody just died by, what was that? It looks like a shovel in the kill feed.
that is, it's probably what, Syndicate? Yeah. Syndicate. I think that's the throwing knife.
Oh, okay.
Him and Legion.
Was that or one of the lethal nades? Yeah, I don't think he's beating people with a shovel.
little trolls that they are.
Oh, let's get this plant down.
Just look at the way he holds the bomb.
But that's the thing. When you do pick up the bomb, remember you lose your weapon, right? You only have the bomb, and
But like, that was a second, 1 second. That's so quick.
real quick, as you said. But 4v2, as a res does come through. 4v3, but the problem is you're running out of time. You got 20 seconds to try and defuse the EMP. But again, it is a very quick defuse as well.
Yeah, so we'll see. They read some teammates. He's got the
Did Legion just knife him?
Oh, that can't happen.
I think
That
there's
Legion
the spot diffuses in.
There's the
Are you
defuse.
playing on
You gotta be
names?
careful.
Soki, wow.
Well, it's a 1v2, but if I'm not mistaken, the EMP's still up there.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
so,
pretty
I mean,
cool.
They would have to take it to the other team's data center. and
I
plant
think
it.
I'm gonna call it quits in
Or
about
you have to kill
5
everybody.
minutes.
Or you just go
alright?
revive all your teammates. I like this.
I'm gonna get back to Fortnite
The numbers
again.
will be 3v1 after the res.
See if that works
Got a
out.
lot.
Well, both teams are doing it.
This is the coolest round we've had.
Torben, alright, I think that's how you pronounce it. The
It
V
takes
is
time,
silent,
right?
I
When you're playing
guess.
a new game for the first time, you don't really fully understand all the mechanics, and you're like, oh, by the way, guys,
Then
you
MP7.
can revive your teammates. Oh, well, 3 rounds later, sure enough, players reviving each other. Bomb now acquired and picked up. 3 versus 2. Reverse the map, 4v1. Then honestly, blue team should close this out
Oh,
now. This should
just
be 3
one more guy. Just. I think,
It's all
yeah.
down to Kitty, so we'll see if she can make a couple of plays. She's actually resin teammate, so it's going to be
Okay,
another
good.
situation where they're going to probably have to try to defuse this bomb. Well, EMP.
5v2.
Misses.
No, and he's set up with the burst gun. They're not getting through him. He's been frying with it.
Well, here's a look at Kitty.
It
Alright.
was a 1v5 all of a sudden for a second there.
I'm gonna call it quits in a few
I think she
seconds.
just blew
Actually,
someone up
yeah,
with
it's
a
right after this
rocket.
game.
I think that's what
Right
happened.
after this.
Claymore or something. But she's gone for.
Well, she's on the opposite side of the map.
It's 13 seconds left at this point. There's absolutely nothing you can do. You may as well just revive your team and
Oh,
give yourself
dude, it's
some points on the scoreboard. Pat stat.
Swished.
What? Stat pad.
Wow.
Makes sense, right? And round over.
It's
3.
probably best she
It's
didn't run
PC,
that
I
first
guess.
gun.
Is
She
that's
would've
what's pretty
died for
fun.
sure.
Well, I mean, you don't want to feed kill streaks
gun
either,
is-
right? You
So
gotta
it's
think about
PC and
that too.
console working together,
Play
I
your
guess. I
life.
think so.
Smart
Not quite
decisions
sure.
coming out of
That
Kitty.
position
Or you
was
can build.
amazing
Okay,
up top
fine.
on
Maybe.
that rooftop with that burst gun. You can just dominate.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
as I said, it's such
nice.
a strong weapon.
Oh yeah.
It really is. And if you get stopping power on there as well.
I think my
Okay.
job in this is just going to be
See
running